Jason Aaron and Javier Garron unleash the spirit of vengeance as Earth's mightiest heroes rush to stop a deadly plague from wiping out all life on prehistoric Earth and destroying the future. Jason Aaron continues the Avengers Assemble storyline with more brilliant action, finally pitting the Masters of Evil against the Avengers properly this time, and boy, he really sells how quite powerful this iteration of Avengers is, even without the prehistoric Avengers, since they almost single-handedly take on the Masters of Evil and stop them, almost. The issue is focused in on the caveman Ghost Rider, who gets a big moment of sacrifice that is tied wonderfully to his question he asked back in Avengers issue 63, which is Earth worth saving, and does the sin ever end? Jason takes us through the motions of a character so against the thought of hope for the future of mankind and who's lost all the will to fight on for them, finding that hope again thanks to the present day Avengers, specifically Valkyrie, the hero who's extremely close to death and knows humans and how they can truly be in the end. Really, the big twist of the issue is in the narration, since at first you think you're following Ghost Rider's story and him talking about his life and who he is, what he is, but really it's the Phoenix who is on her way back to Earth to help the heroes and her son Thor. It was a really fun reveal for the end, and I'm looking forward to seeing that play out full in next issue. Javier Garron again does some brilliant artwork, filling each page with colourful action and fun hero-villain interactions and combinations. Javier captures Ghost Rider's sacrifice with vibrant emotion, and the use or lack of use of traditional paneling really made for some fun battle sequences. The Avengers issue 63 was another fun action-packed installment in the finale of Jason Aaron's Avengers run, combining cool cinematic action with some really solid epic character moments. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. The Avengers issue 63 finds the Avengers of the past and present confront the Multiversal Masters of Evil. Captain America rallies the heroes along with Odin, wanting to take the villains down at all costs, but the Dark Phoenix isn't concerned with them, unleashing her power on the heroes and engulfing them in dark flame. The other Masters of Evil are angry that they didn't get a turn to fight, as Phoenix sends her attack dog out to find any survivors. The feral Wolverine searches for the living things in the flames, finding a being who begins to rip into him with spinal column whips, wrapping in them around his body. The villain is tired down as a voice knows that they always were different, and then one day they became something more thanks to the flames, and now they judge and burn the hellbound while they still live, as it would hurt them the most. Ghost Rider melts the animal's adamantium from within him, causing it to pour from all of his orifices as he dies. Ghost Rider reveals himself as his mammoth stomps on the feral Wolverine, telling him that that was for Starbrand. The Avengers regroup, saved by Echo's Phoenix Force as they charge the villains. The battle begins and Odin and Valkyrie team up to take on Doom above all, with Valkyrie catching Odin's falling Mjolnir to smash Doom in the face with it. Jane and Odin attack together in the name of Midgard as Echo and Iron Fist take down Black Skull, who's unable to hold together his symbiote thanks to the force of their punches. Iron Man, Namor and Captain Marvel try to subdue Dark Phoenix as Cap and Moon Knight take on the young Thanos. While the battle continues, Brandy finds the dead Starbrand, thanking him for giving his life so that she might live, wishing she had enough strength to do the same. Nighthawk confronts Ghost Goblin, realizing it's Norman Osborn. He wonders what the man had to give up to get this power as Ghost Rider begins siphoning off Norman's power, telling Nighthawk that Norman did what all his kind do, sell their soul for sin. The Rider meets Norman's power with his own, proclaiming that his vengeance is everlasting and Norman's is just bones and sin. There is a huge explosion as Norman is reverted back to his human form, stabbed in the chest with a rock by the Ghost Rider, who says that he doesn't deserve to burn, he deserves to rot. Nighthawk tells the Rider that, like him, he is the child of Mephisto, knowing that they have to be better than this to win. Rider thinks he's wrong, knowing they have to be so much worse. While Doom combats two Mjolnirs, Dark Phoenix notices that Earth is taking a lot longer to subdue since Mephisto was meant to deal with these time-traveling Avengers, but he didn't. She wants to kill them quickly and then move on to killing the devil himself as well so she can take his power. Doom doesn't think that killing the the Avengers is necessary since all they need to do is erase the future. He unleashes a red plague onto the world, aiming to kill every last human being so that none of the Avengers will ever exist in the future. The mist begins killing the 8 men as Agamotto and his team find that they aren't fast enough to catch it all. Valkyrie thinks that with her help, they can leave with Ghost Rider to try and stop the plague. Jane is unsure how to deal with it directly, but the Rider knows that everything burns, beginning to burn away parts of the red mist, but Valkyrie notices it's spreading too fast for the flames to keep up with. She tries to help the people writhing on the ground, but they all die in her arms. Ghost Rider asks Valkyrie if she thinks that the world is worth it, and Jane doesn't know what he means, but tells him despite what her heart is telling her to say, she knows it's worth it and more. Ghost Rider wants her to see that it is worth something as he and his mammoth speed off into the mist, unleashing their hellfire. Rider thanks his mount for the ride as his power builds up so much it disintegrates his bones along with the entire plague. With the plague dealt with, the Avengers continue their attack on the Masters of Evil, beating them down and not stopping until they are beaten. Odin and Thor combine their power into a great storm, one whose thunder is heard halfway across the galaxy by the Phoenix, who races back towards Earth to help her son Thor and Earth's mightiest heroes.